Now, Cain is meeting up with the gods. First of all, he apologizes to them for meeting with them for so long. But they ignore and know that Cain, who is 10 years old, has inhuman abilities. He has unique abilities and power and is losing interest in this world. With these abilities, he can get the status of semi-god. A 10-year boy is getting the status of semi-god, which is impressive. It's equal to the sacred dragon and holy beast. Also, they offer him to bring things here for entertainment. That is fun and entertainment for him. Scene changes when Cain's sister is shopping. Cain doesn't think it appropriate to stay here. That's why he has escaped from there. After coming out, he meets with Parma. Cain has recognized her for her unique appearance. Parma is in the shop of her uncle Tamanis. Also, Cain has been interested in the shop because it's the first step toward getting his entertainment. Here, Tamanis also encounters him and gives more respect after knowing that he belongs to a noble family. Getting inside the shop, Cain shares his idea of the game with him. By listening and watching the map of the game, Tamanis has taken an interest in this game. To make this game, Cain offers him a gold coin, because he knows how much this game will get success. When he leaves the shop, he looks at his angry sister. She is furious because he hasn't helped her to buy the clothes. Cain says she looks pretty in every dress, therefore he has come outside. Hearing her applause, Rain has forgotten that she is mad at him. After arriving home, Rain has put on every dress and Cain has to praise her clothes. When it's Cain's turn to try on the clothes, then luckily, the servant arrives and informs him about Tamanis. He wants to meet with him. As soon as he gets his message, Cain visits his shop. Also, he is startled to see that Tamanis has made the game he ordered. This game is Tamanis' priority, so he has done this job efficiently. Cain is also pleased because he has made this game according to his expectations. Apart from this, he teaches them how they can play this game. When Tamanis knows about the backgammon game, then he praises this game because he knows that this game is going to be popular. In addition, he praises Cain for bringing such a fantastic idea to life. But Cain shyly thinks that this game is present in his world. Even Parma also wants to play this game again and again. Just then Cain gives them other instructions that he needs to produce 2 game types. The first will be for the elite class, and the second will be ordinary. Also, only a 10-year-old guy instructs him to make 1,000 sets of this game for the ordinary class, and only 50 sets for the elite class. But Tamanis is worried, because he needs more money to produce this game in such a large quantity. When estimating, Cain has kept many gold coins in front of him. By watching the coins, he bows at him as thanks, but Cain, who considers everyone equal, tells him to stand up. Excitedly, they decide to make a contract before the god of commerce. They have arrived in front of the statue of God, where they promise not to violate the contract, because this game belongs to them. Till 3 years, both parties are only eligible to create the game with each other permission. The game disappears as if God had composed their arrangement when they made the contract. It's the first time before Cain, so he is in shock. Further, Cain shares his idea to make this classic and popular game for the royal. But it's too much for Tamanis, because he doesn't consider himself capable of creating this game for the royals. Contrarily, Cain encourages him to do it. In reality, he doesn't want to make it limited to kings. Instead, he plans to serve this game to gods who will enjoy this terrific game. Tamanis has decided to give more than 100% by watching his expertise. After dealing with the business meeting, he gets back to his home. Here, he is informed about the debut ceremony that is going to begin. However, he moves for the ceremony with his family. In the carriage, his father informs him that he has become barren. Therefore, many parents will introduce him to their daughters, so he needs to be cautious with it. That's why Cain has decided to come out of this problem. His father is astonished to see him, because he is only 10, but he is brilliant. While reaching the ceremony, he gets nervous. His father tells him to calm down because he can do it. Getting inside the ceremony, he looks at the many invited people. Here, he also looks at the Corgino, who has objection to give him so many ignores. So, he ignores him and meets with Eric. Eric is not alone. Her beautiful daughter is also with him in an eye-catching dress. It's the first time when they are meeting in public. That's why both parties are meeting officially. Eric praises him for saving his daughter. Also, Cain is terrified by watching his smile, which is not usual. Here, Cain shows his flattery language and praises Silk that he so much inspires her. Silk is so much happy when Eric becomes mad at him, because he doesn't look 10 years old according to age. His father saves him from this awkward situation. He tells him that Rain always compels him to praise her. To satisfy her, he has learned these words that make her fly in the sky. So, it's not his fault. Now, Eric has understood everything. Just then King arrives here with his grandeur, and Testeria is also with him. King welcomes them wholeheartedly, and the children who had turned 10 years old. Also, King hopes these people will play a significant role in stepping the kingdom forward. By looking at Telestia, he is shocked to see her mesmerizing beauty. In this stunning dress, she looks like goddess. After this, families move to the king to introduce themselves. Now, it's Kane's turn, who bows at King magnificently. Kane praises Telestia and compares her goddess. When she hears that Kane has called her goddess, she starts blushing. Kane so inspires her, but King has an objection to him because his actions and flattery language don't match his age. Therefore, he calls Kane a philanderer. At this time, Kane has seen the suspicious smile on the king's face that he has already caught on Eric's. He shows the king his game to divert the king's attention. Also, the king permits him to show him fantastic reversi. While taking a glance, King wants to know more about it, so he tells him to meet him after the ceremony. Further, the king remembers to mention talking about her daughter. His father is also surprised about his business in this game, because he has never mentioned it to him. He needs money to run his mansion, so he has decided to boost his company. His father is impressed with this 10 years old guy who can live on. By leaving him alone, his father moves on with other people. In reality, he is allowing him to make acquaintances with other people. Here, Silk arrives with a beverage. Telestia is still busy, so Silk has decided to accompany him. Also, Kane thinks it's a good idea because both are engaged. Despite there being a crowd, Silk prefers to talk with him. Also, she is Innocent, who is calling him Mr. Kane. But Kane tells her to call him only Kane. She has started calling him Kane with love repeatedly. While talking, Silk is getting closer to him. Kane is trying his best to manage the distance between them. Before something happens, Habit arrives with his friends. Habit is the son of Corigno, who doesn't like Kane. He takes an interest in Silk and has pride in royalness. He assumes that Silk will get closer to him when she looks at him. But opposite to his expectation, Silk gives him the usual greets. But friends of Habit have started criticizing him for not presenting Beau in front of Habit. Habit is annoyed because Kane needs to step aside while talking with Silk. Even his fellows also demand the same thing. Just then Kane gives his introduction. But they have misunderstood that he is the son of Baron. By assuming that he is the son of Baron, they demand he apologizes for his action. Kane is also not ready to leave this topic and says Habit for apologizing. Habit, filled with pride, knows they will win against him, because his friends have God's protection, so their magic will not allow him to stand before them. But they need to find out whom they are messing with. Overloaded with pride, they invite him for a fight, and Kane is thinking that which thing has made this matter so big. However, they come outside where they are ready to fight. To hear their dialogue, Silk is getting scared. She is getting near him, and Kane is maintaining the distance between them. Habit tells her to stop the flirting and concentrate on the fight. His fellow starts performing the magic by reading from the book. With his moves and confidence, he is supposed to be a great magician. With his magic, black clouds appear, and he attacks Kane by creating a fireball. This fireball is so tiny that Kane dodges it by moving his head. Even Silk, frightened enough to death, is considering it trivial. After that, the next person comes before Kane and wants to show him earthly magic. He is doing the same thing as his comrades are doing. With his same magic, clouds appear, and thunder falls that have converted to stone bullets toward him. But these bullets are also tiny. When he is going to do another try, then Silk forbids him to do so. Now, she gives them Kane's proper introduction that he is not the son of Baron. Instead, he is Baron, who has saved them from a pack of orcs. By hearing this, they're surprised and have known their blunder. They have listened to him but don't know about him. After knowing this, they can't be persistent on their mustache. Therefore, they apologize for misbehaving with him and move from there. Silk has seen his dark side and decided to reveal it to the public. But Kane forbids her to do so. She is not even allowed to reveal it in front of Testelia. Silk is bright enough that she has decided to use his weakness in his favor. She has decided to move on with their dating relationship. Just then Telestia arrives, and Kane fears that she will tell everything to her. So, he puts on his hand on her mouth. Telestia thinks keeping Kane's hand on Silk's face is inappropriate, because they are not married yet. So, she has decided to inform Eric about it. Also, she has listened to the secret and wants to know about it, but they are not ready to reveal it. She has also noticed that Silk is not calling him master. Her limit has crossed when Silk tells her that they are dating. Telestia is also getting jealous of her because she wants to go on a date with him. Kane, who is gaining a double advantage, doesn't refuse them. Just then King arrives, and his daughter tells her about the date. King tells him to meet him in the parlor because he wants to discuss her daughter. Apart from this, Kane has been trapped in this great trouble because the king will not spare him. Scene changes when King is enjoying Kane's game. Also, he has decided to keep a secret. but Cain has planned to share this game with everyone. Suddenly, Eric arrives and recalls the date. Cain's engagement has been fixed with their daughter, but still, they don't want to reveal it in front of the public. So, they warn him to be careful by keeping their hand on his shoulder. Cain is worried because he is innocent, but his daughter is trying his best to get closer to him. Watch this left video if you have missed part 3, and subscribe to Annie Summary for more anime recaps.